So, hi, I'm Laura Templeton, brand communications consultant at 30 Second Success, professional speaker, author of the book 30 Second Success Ditch the Pitch and Start Connecting, and chapter president for Virtual Networkers, an organization of heart centered entrepreneurials who love to support and encourage one another. So, thank you so much for being here today.
And I'm Suzanne Tregenza Moore, business and marketing coach at SuzanneTMoore.com, host of the All Things Authorpreneur podcast, author of Hang On Tight, Learn to Love the Roller Coaster of Entrepreneurship, and a longtime member of Virtual Networkers. Laura and I met through the fabulous group Virtual Networkers, and many of our members have become authors in the time we've been connecting. And so when we saw a book giveaway done by someone else, we decided that we had to do the same to highlight our Virtual Networkers sisters. So we're giving away a bunch of book bundles in two categories. One is self-help and personal growth, and the other is business and entrepreneurship. To be eligible to win the bundle, all you have to do is go to decembergiveaway.com and enter your information there before the end of the day on December 12th. And everyone who enters will be eligible for free gifts that each of the authors will be sharing about. So it's a win-win for everyone. So now you get to meet one of the authors.
I'm going to introduce all of you to Judy Kane, and she has written this lovely book, Your Four Truths: How Beliefs Impact Your Life. Judy is a Psych K facilitator, and she helps people identify and release subconscious beliefs that keep them repeating unhealthy, stressful patterns. The shifts her clients experience result in them finally achieving what they've longed to with ease and comfort. Judy also hosts workshops and presents in group sessions, conferences, and on podcasts. Originally from Richmond, Virginia, she lives near Tampa Bay, Florida, usually with a rescued cat or dog or two as part of the household. Your Four Truths is Judy's first book. To learn more about Judy Kane and Psych K, you visit alignedconsciousness.com. So, welcome, Judy. Thank you so much for joining us here today.
Oh, I'm happy to be here.
So, Judy, tell us who your book is written for.
Well, it's written for people whose lives aren't coming out the way they expected or planned. It's for people who have conscious goals that aren't happening for some reason, or that have intermittent stress when they think about the same topics over and over again. And they tell themselves they're not doing the right stuff, or they're not doing it enough, or they're telling themselves about something that they think is lacking in themselves. And frequently that's not the case. It's more about maybe some subconscious beliefs that are working against them.
That's wonderful, Judy. So tell us a little bit about your book and how it really makes an impact.
Sure. Well, I've been doing Psych K since 2011. And so I've seen a lot of people. And what I noticed is that a lot of the things that are holding people back fall into four categories. They either don't think they're safe, and not necessarily physically, but they're somehow, there's danger in something. These are subconscious beliefs, not conscious thoughts. Or they think they're not worthy, their self-esteem or their belief in other people's value of them is not high. Or they think they're not lovable. Or they think that they're disconnected from, that there's no connection between them and something larger in this world. So I wrote the book to give people some clues about how these beliefs might show up in their life. Because it's hard to know what the subconscious really believes. So the best way to look is to see what's happening and kind of back into it that way.
And how do your readers how do you feel they're going to take the book and enact positive change for themselves? Can they do it through the book? Is it really an introduction to you and a way to work with you further? Talk about that a little bit.
Sure. The purpose of it was to just raise people's awareness that they don't have to accept chronic stress in their lives. That's not good for their mind or their body. So the main purpose of the book is to let people know if things aren't the way they consciously would like, there are ways to change that. I've got some suggestions in the book on things that might be able to help with that. If those don't work, then they can also, there are lots of ways of changing subconscious beliefs. I would welcome appointments, but there are other modalities out there that do that as well. So the first step is recognizing that there are things there that could make your life better if you changed them. Then it's, then there are a variety of ways that people can move forward to get those things changed.
Beautiful, Judy. And I love the fact that you said that, the first step is recognizing, right? And a lot of times it takes a book or some piece of literature that we read that really kind of opens up our minds to what's going on. And I, for one, absolutely love the cover of your book because it's like, to me, it's like really opening things up, right? Following that chapter. And what I would love, to share with the readers, personally, I've experienced working with you, so I know that what you teach works. Because, just really, and I've seen it in a lot of our other members who just can't say enough about working with you. And to the point that I actually have referred clients, my own clients, to you that are in that stuck situation. So, using your book and talking about your book, share a little bit about your experience of getting your book out there by using podcasts.
Sure. Yeah, I have been lucky enough to be a guest on a bunch of podcasts. Suzanne had me on hers, which is lovely. And that's it's almost like a public service announcement thing of I want to get the message out to people that they don't have to live with situations the way they are. There are ways to change them. And that there are reasons for things working the way they are right now in their life. It's not just random or, necessarily things they're doing incorrectly.
And that's what I love about your work. There really is that the simplicity behind it and the fact that you are out there trying to reach such a broad audience and letting people know that there's help and it doesn't have to be hard.
Yes, I mean, that's one of the things that clients seem to be surprised at, of how easy it is to change some of these beliefs. It's frequently what you hear. Well, it can't be that easy. Well, yeah, it can be. So yeah, that's something for people to understand.
Yeah, it's so true that that what you do is it's so simple, and yet it has such an incredible impact. Has such
Absolutely.
an incredible impact. So I know that you have a free gift for everyone who enters the Bonanza. So can you tell us a little bit about your free gift?
Yes, I can. Well, I have a resource page on my website where people can download a variety of things that help them understand better what I'm explaining about subconscious beliefs. So, yeah, I think there's going to be something in the show note here or some kind of a link below this that will get people to one of the downloads that might be helpful as a beginning read for people to kind of get the sense of what I'm talking about here.
Awesome. Yeah. So everyone who signs up will get follow-up information that has all the links to all the free gifts, and they'll be able to go check them out and get them at their leisure. So Judy's is 7 signs that your subconscious is running the show. But as she said, you might have access to even more than that. Yeah.
So, Judy, one last question, and I love tying this back into our virtual networker sisterhood. Share with the audience how virtual networkers helped you to get your book out there.
Oh my goodness. Well, I didn't ever really think writing a book was never on my to-do list. It wasn't anything that I had thought would be cool or fun or one day or anything like that. And as I heard more about people writing books, and of course we've got Debbie in the group as well, who's a publisher for my book. I don't know why all of a sudden the idea for a book came to me, but I'm certainly, it wouldn't have happened if I hadn't been in this group. But there's so much encouragement, there's so much support in Virtual Networkers, and so many connections with people who know things about so many different aspects of your business. I'm confident I would not have gone forward with this if I hadn't had all those connections.
That's so wonderful. Judy, thank you so very much for being with us. I appreciate you being here and sharing your experience as an author, as a best-selling author, and helping people understand more about the work that you do and the audience that you're trying to reach. So thank you for sharing with us and being here.
Happy to be here. Thanks so much for inviting me.
And remember, if you want the opportunity to win Judy's book, I almost said Debbie's book, Judy's book and several others, you've got to enter the Bonanza at decemberbonanza.com before the end of the day on December 12th. Thanks for being with us.